All right, before we start again, I just want to reiterate to you the confidentiality policy that we carry. Again, nothing that we say here will go anywhere but here. Okay, it will stay completely between us. It'll stay completely between us. So that's something I want to reiterate to you and let you know again. Make sure you understand that.
Cool.
Okay. So are we good there?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Okay, well, a couple sessions ago, we talked a little bit about some issues you're having with your coworker. Refresh me again as to what was going on with that.
Yeah, well, it's really at the forefront of everything right now. I have a new job, which you remember, and there's a lot of team environment, and there's some projects that come up. I would say probably on a weekly basis, and I'm always paired with the same person, and I don't know. It seems like I do all the work, which I'm sure in reality it's not all of the work, but it feels as if, I'm doing more than 50%, even more than 60. And I don't know. It just pisses me off because it seems like the other person always gets the credit or harks on it, or you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? And just even more, there's an evaluation coming up that I have. And it's just, I'm at the boiling level or the boiling point to where I'm worried that I'm not getting noticed for as much of what I'm doing. And B, I'm just starting to get pissed off to where I want to quit my job.
Okay. And I remember you talking a little bit about this issue before, but now you have an evaluation coming up.
Right.
Well, that must create some anxiety because, like you say, you feel like your coworker seems to claim a lot of the work.
Right.
You seem to
Right.
Have you thought about how you're going to handle yourself in the evaluation? Are you going to bring this up with your boss? The evaluation with your boss, I assume.
Right. Yeah, the head of the department. I don't know. I thought about it, but then I was like, I don't want to appear as if I'm like a tattletale per se.
Okay.
But then at the same time, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I would hope that my boss can see what's going on, but it doesn't appear that. Does that make sense?
Okay. Well, would you be willing to, you want to practice some type of role play here? Maybe I'm your boss and you're coming in for the evaluation. Maybe you can practice some things that you would say to your boss.
Like different scenarios.
Sure.
Before we even do all that, do you think that I should say something or?
If it's definitely, it seems to be a concern of yours that's affecting whether or not you want to stay at the job. So, I don't think that saying nothing is going to help you, but the possibility of saying something could if you say it in the correct way. And again, I think if you practice it through role play or something like that, then that might alleviate some of the anxiety going into it, and it might make it easier for you to talk about it.
And then if I do go into evaluation, do you think that this should be at the forefront maybe, or?
It could be. I mean, I would probably start as soon as the evaluation gets started. And we can practice this.
Let's do it.
Let's practice this. Okay. Why don't we practice this?
Cool.
A way we'll do it. I'll be your boss. We'll practice as if you're coming in to my office. You're already here in the office. And I'll ask you if there's any concerns that you have with going on with the company. And then at that point you can then explain to me, maybe as I am your boss and you are my worker, what some of your concerns are with your coworker.
Okay.
You told me that your concerns are that you feel that you're not getting credit for some of the work that you're doing.
Right.
And those are some of the things I think you need to explain to your boss.
Right.
So maybe some ways you can practice ways to say that.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Yeah,
right. So why don't we practice?
Okay.
All right, John. All right. Now, it's been nice having you with the company. Do you have any concerns with the company so far? You've been with us now. How long has it been?
Almost a year.
Almost a year now. Okay,
right.
Excellent. That's what I thought. Almost a year. So we're almost after our yearly evaluation. Do you have any concerns with anything going on with your job at this point? Before we get into the evaluation that I have, do you have any concerns?
Oh no! See, now I would be nervous, and I don't know how I could I don't know, because then I was I would be, I don't know. Then I guess, but that would be a perfect opportunity.
That would be the perfect opportunity.
So then I could say something like, well, there is something that has been, bothering me a little bit, and I think maybe that it would be better if I brought it to your attention or brought it to the forefront since it's been a year.
That's a perfect way of talking about it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, you want to practice again?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then talk, maybe talk through it.
Definitely. Okay.
All right.
Right? All right. We'll try again. Okay. All right, John. We're here for your evaluation. You've been with the company a year now. And it's been nice having you with the company, and we've enjoyed having you. But before we get into the evaluation, because this is such a paper thing. Let's just talk first. Let's just talk. You've been with how have you liked being with the company? Do you have any concerns with the company? Do you things you like with the company? Anything like that you'd like to talk about?
Great. Well, no, I'm really happy here, and I like my job, and I feel challenged, and I feel that I have all the training necessary for me to get from point A to point B, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But there was a slight issue that it seems to just keep occurring, and I would feel more comfortable if it was to the forefront, or just if you were even aware of the issue.
Okay, sure. Well, this is an opportunity for you to share with me. I'd love for you to share with me.
Right, and I don't want to appear as if I'm stepping on someone's toes or catty, but it just appears to me that when we're put on these little group assignments, it seems as if I do a little bit more of the work.
Okay.
And it just seems to be a burden to me. It appears as if my work goes a little unnoticed.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I don't want to step on any toes or anything like that, but I would feel comfortable if you were aware of the issue.
Excellent. Okay, let's stop there.
Okay.
I think that's a very good way of approaching the situation.
Okay.
Because you're showing concern for his awareness of what's going on, more so than you are of
my
you
feelings.
getting exactly. And I think that way it puts it to him as if your concern is for him and for the company, not so much for yourself.
Okay.
And if you approach it in that manner, then maybe he'll understand it, and he'll maybe feel as if you're not being, as you said, tattletaling, but more concerned for the outlook of the company than you are for yourself.
Okay.
So I think that's an excellent way of approaching it. Now, one thing you got to remember though is you always have to be prepared for whatever the responses are. And it is what it is.
Right.
But you have to stay true with what your point is and what you're trying to make with him.
Right. Okay.
The point is that you want to make sure that he's aware of the fact that you're doing a lot more work than what you're getting credit for.
Okay.
And if that's the whole point of what you're going into it, then regardless of what his response is, you've made him aware of it.
Okay, cool.
You've made him aware of it, and then you will then have to, unfortunately, react to however he responds. But, I feel that you have the skills that you can react appropriately and keep your cool.
Cool. Okay. Awesome.
So hopefully this.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely it lays the bricks and mortar. I have in my mind. I'm envisioning sitting down with someone, much like a setting like we are right now, and just they more than likely it will open up that way. The conversation.
It could definitely.
So,
it could. And it may open up that they do the evaluation first, and they go over whatever paper evaluation they have for you, and then talk.
Yeah.
But as soon as you feel that you have that opportunity to approach it the way that we just did here, that's what I would do.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds
all right.
Excellent.
Well, it's good having you.
Yeah,
it's good
absolutely.
having you again. Anytime you need to come see me, come see me. We'll get it done.
Thank you.
Have
a good day.
You too.